He is the same kind of Texan as stay Crockett and San Houston, one from Tennessee. He lives in a house overlooking the central Texas hill country. He is the author of The Mariscal Canyon Dead and is currently working on his next Lee Phillips thriller, again set in Phil's beloved, rugged, Big Bend country. Phil?
Thank all of you at Malvern Books for putting this together and inviting us to do our readings. And it's really neat to hear these stories from other people and how they've gotten involved in it. I spent 30 years with the state doing nonfiction, and then another 10 years with the magazine, owning a magazine. And I eventually decided that one night when it was about 3 in the morning, I was reading something that was really yucky, and I thought, no, I can write better than this. So I decided to do it. Mariscal Canyon is the first book. It's set pretty much entirely in the Big Bend country. This book is called The Revenge of the Eagle, a Lee Phillips thriller. It's a different, slightly different, well, very different kind of novel. Lee Phillips is the primary character. Lee Phillips, a middle-aged historian adventurer, and his wife Lisa DeMarco are vacationing in South Padre Island, Texas. They stumble into a terrorist plot to destroy some of Texas' treasured icons, destroy Texas' largest city, and disrupt the Texas economy. Lee finds a severed head in a Port Isabel marina and finds himself a target of assassination. This fast-paced thriller draws the reader into his roller coaster adventure quest that takes him from a grisly murder in South Texas to a shootout in San Antonio, escape from a Mexican jail, a gun battle in Big Bend National Park, to an explosive climax in Houston. This book had a very different title for most of the time I was working on it. And until 10 minutes before I actually published it, it was called something else. You'll soon figure that out. There was a guy in the number 3 dryer on the front row facing me. Oh my God, it wasn't a guy, it was a head. A really bloody head. The dryer spun and spun, and the head rattled around in there like a 9-pound bowling ball, making that awful thump-thump sound that I felt and Rusty had heard from the second-floor apartment bedroom where Lisa and I slept. 10 minutes ago, I was sound asleep, lying beside my very curvy wife, thinking of what a wonderful day it was going to be on the Gulf of Mexico. The day started instead with, damn it, Rusty, what is it? For God's sake, it's not time to go out. It must be 3 in the morning. Usually, when my Irish setter-colored German Shepherd hearing dog pulled my leg, it was something important. He didn't bark much, wouldn't have helped. My hearing is so pathetic that those are sounds that I barely noticed. But he could pull, mightily, and without breaking the skin. Never figured out how he does it. There must have been times when he dragged my butt out of the bed and has never broken the skin. Okay, Rusty, I'm coming. Before following him down the outside stairs to wherever the hell he wanted to lead me, at the Bobby Rose Beer, Bait, Marina, Philosophy, and Laundromat, I sucked on a pair of khaki shorts and a faded yellow t-shirt that read on the front, with apologies to Arlo Guthrie. He had actually said that. You can get anything you want, almost, at Bobby Rose Beer, Bait, Marina, Philosophy, and Laundromat, Port Isabel, Texas. It featured a Lone Star at the top, sailboat outline at the bottom, and tilted crushed beer cans on both sides. On the way out of the upstairs apartment and overlooking the marina, I grabbed my black 8-cell aluminum flashlight and tucked my hammerless stainless steel short barrel Smith & Wesson 38 into my front pocket of my shorts. Barefooted, I hauled ass down the stairs. Rusty was way ahead. Hang on, Chief, I'm coming. By the time I reached the pier level, I could hear it, or rather feel it. Thump, 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 coming from the 24/7 you can be a clean sailor laundromat. I actually said that on the 40-foot high, 130-foot long billboard at the end of the intercoastal canal, intercoastal waterway. I turned the corner, pulled open the screen door closest to the marina, and saw him, or it. And now I'm standing in front of a stainless steel commercial dryer with a 9-pound bowling ball size head bouncing around inside. And so it goes. So, true to form, there's the usual, as a thriller has, variety of shootouts and actions. One, there's an accident, it turns out it's purposeful, that Lee and his friends had on down at Port Aransas at the entrance to the channel, where another boat hits them and 2 men are killed. Then there's a shootout in King William residential area in San Antonio, Texas. Then Rusty and Lee get to go back. They go back to Austin, so Lee can actually touch base with his employers, the University of Texas. His director has mentioned something about, if you're still interested in getting the check, you might show up. So Rusty and I parked the truck in the basement garage of our condo on Lady Bird Lake. I picked up our mail at the security desk at the entrance. It was mostly advertising circulars, invitations to this or that academic event for me or Lisa or me. The copies of the few academic journals not yet published electronically. The condo was as we left it, only with more accumulated dust. I made a mental note to authorize more frequent visits to the cleaning ladies. I cranked up my PC, read a few emails, mostly book stuff that Lisa had already dealt with. After our long walk on Lady Bird Lake, Rusty and I shared a burger and fries at a joint on Barton Springs Road. 2 Negro Modelos with lime made for perfect accompaniment for me. Long day, long drive, time to turn in. Maybe the dreams would not come tonight. But not to be. Awoke with something warm and wet on my nose and the distinct smell of dog breath. Rusty was lying next to me, licking my face. That's what he does when I begin talking in my sleep. Lisa calls it screaming in my sleep. It's been only 2 hours since I dropped off. I fuzzily realized that I was replaying the King William shootings and blending that with the 2 minutes of chaos that happened in Big Bend and Los Alamos last year in Big Bend. I got out of bed, chucked on some short jeans and walked to the balcony, talking mainly to Rusty. I said, well, Rusty, if I can figure out why they want me dead, maybe I can put this stuff to rest. I don't get it. What am I missing? Rusty loves when I talk to him myself. He thinks I think he believes that I'm talking to him. In this instance, I was. This muttering, as Lisa calls it, drives most people around me nuts. I picked up composition notebook and pencil, made some decaf rooibos tea, jotted down possibilities. None of it made any sense. I fell asleep in the recliner. Next thing I knew, a landline phone speaker was blaring a ring loud enough to wake the dead, which meant even I could hear it. I picked up the receiver and punched the button marked amplify. Lee, this is Karl Marx, FBI. Are you okay? Marx? Yeah, Marx, I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? I'm sitting here nestled in my trusty recliner with man's best friend beside me. Why is the FBI calling me at this hour? It's only 5 in the morning and I was finally getting a little shut-eye. But as long as you have me, what's up? Mark says, can't sleep, huh? Shootout coming back a little at a time, right? You know how that works, or at least you should. Happens to me too. It'll gradually calm down. Like that Big Bend thing. Time passing does it, almost nothing else does. I think I've tried it all, and I can tell you, alcohol doesn't do the trick. Neither do those little pills that you can get from your doc or down at the traffic signal. Neither does fighting with your wife. About the only thing I've found that helps is ongoing therapy. I think groups for PTSD guys like you and me work best. Everybody then is experiencing the same thing. The group is mostly guys like us, like AA without that 12-step thing. One talking with another one, like you and me. It's about the only thing that will deal with post-traumatic stress disorder over the long haul. And even that's temporary. But you may find something else, different solutions for different folks. Good luck. Lee says, when does getting over it happen? Marks replies, I'm still looking for it. I'll let you know. So, Carl, this is not more than a therapy call. So, the final section of the book takes place in Houston aboard the battleship Texas. Lee's wife, Lisa, has been doing a retreat for Girl Scouts aboard the battleship, which actually really happens today. There is a situation which we'll see in just a little bit. Superintendent Gloria Dunning, 4 park police and 2 Texas Parks and Wildlife game wardens met us at the foot of the broad tourist gangway to the ship. It was our first clue that maybe we had a problem. At the top of the gangway stood 8 uniformed Mexican Marines. At one end of their rank stood a soldier with a flag showing the symbol of La Fraternidad del Águila. Another soldier held a Mexican flag. Both flew fully extended in the 15-knot spring breeze. I'm FBI agent Special Agent Carl Marks, Superintendent. What the hell is going on, and who are those guys blocking the gangplank? I interrupted. Gloria, where's Lisa? Where are the Girl Scouts? The Girl Scouts are safe. They're on lockdown for the night. It's part of the program. They're safe, at least for now. But Lee, there's an officer up there who says he will meet with you, but no one else. He's waiting now. He said you can bring 2 people with you, but no more. Maybe then we'll find out what this is all about. He wants you to use this white flag. Screw the surrender flag. Not going to happen. I'm ready. I'll leave the pistols here. Mark, you sure you want to go? Who else? Another guy decides to go. I attached Lee's service dog harness, and the 4 of us walked up the gangplank side by side. Halfway up to the ship, Rusty's tail began beating against my right leg. He began pulling. I commanded, leave it. He stopped, and that's when I saw the object of his attention. Some bitch, damn it, it's Felipe. What the fuck? Colonel Felipe Ocanor, a key member of the team I worked with to the end the international terrorist threat in Big Bend last fall, stepped forward and saluted. He addressed me first. Lee, the girls and Lisa are safe. No harm will come to them. I will address all of you as the Comandante of La Fraternidad del Águila. Our goal is to establish a democratic socialist republic of Mexico in the eastern part of our country. Our other goal is to recover parts of our country that the Texans have stolen from us and to establish the Nueces River near Corpus Christi as our republic's northern border. We are prepared to use force to achieve our goals. I represent the leadership. We ask that you perform the task of intermediary. This will explain our demands. And he handed me a large envelope.